everyone. Today I thought that we could do a little get ready with me, just like a very quick. In reality, my makeup that I do every day takes me probably like 10 minutes, if that. Whenever I get ready, it is definitely like a very no makeup kind of a look. Usually whenever I'm done with my makeup, I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, did I even do anything? But I do, it's just not that much. So this is just a very quick, easy, everyday. Mostly I just wanna like talk about my favorite products that I use that I've been using for a super long time. So yeah, let's just get into it. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. Ooh, up close and personal. On the days that I don't shower, I do not wash my face in the morning. I don't know, I mean, you know, we could talk forever about how much you're supposed to wash your face, but I just don't. My skin does better if I don't wash it too much. So the first thing that I do is sunscreen, and I really like the Supergoop Unseen sunscreen. I actually just started using this like a couple years ago, but it works so well and I really like it because it doesn't have any white cast at all. You don't really have to worry about it like affecting the color of your skin, which is nice. The consistency of this is so smooth, it feels just like a Smashbox like photo finish primer or something. I don't know, my mom used to use it and I used to steal it from her all the time. So the first makeup product that I use is concealer, and I don't even want to show you this because it is so dirty and gross looking. Well, yeah, you can tell. Whose makeup isn't gross? But I use the Glossier Stretch Concealer and I am using the shade G11. I've got a mirror. I'm gonna use this little compact mirror that I have here. So I thought that I had an extra one of these in my drawer, but I don't. So that's a bummer because this one is like, you can see, this one is pretty much all out. I usually go between this shade G11 and maybe G10, whatever the darker one is, but I definitely get a little bit of a darker one in the summertime whenever I'm tan. I also like to mix them together, so that's nice. Yeah, I just go through any areas where I have redness and I just put it on with my finger. I mean, it's very quick and not precise really at all. I really like the Stretch Concealer because it's very natural looking and it has a pretty dewy finish, which honestly is not the best for me because I do have pretty oily skin. But again, I don't really want my makeup to look like I'm wearing that much makeup, so it doesn't bother me that much. I'm not here to be professional, okay? I'm here to just cover up a few things and that's it. So the next thing that I like to do is blush, and I have two blushes that I really, really love. I have been using this Ilia blush for a really long time. It is the Ilia Multi-Stick, and this is the shade Dreamer, which I really like. It's a very pretty, like dusty rose kind of a color, but it has a little bit of a corally hint to it, in my opinion. And I also really love the Glossier Cloud Paint, and my favorite shade for the Cloud Paint is Storm. Today I'm just gonna use the Ilia. And so I will just take it, well, I keep forgetting to use my mirror and I'm trying to use the viewfinder. So I will just take it and almost make like a line with it, and then I put it on my nose as well. And it's coming off on the camera very orangey. It is definitely not that orangey in person. It's much more of like a dusty rose kind of a color. I just like to blend it out sort of like up into my temple a little bit. And you have to smile so you get the apples of your cheeks. And then the nose. And then I'll also take it and just like kind of hit up on my hairline. I have a history of always wearing way too much blush. Like sometimes it's just been just way too much blush, but I love it. I feel like it makes you look healthy and alive and ready to take on the world. Ready to go. So yeah, the camera's not picking it up that much, but you can see a little bit of a difference. So blush done, easy enough. Next, I'm gonna use some powder. And this is another thing where it's like, ugh, I definitely need a new powder. I've had this one for, I don't even know how long. It's just the Covergirl Clean Professional Loose Powder. And I just take this and like shake it, and then it's, oh, big puff of it just puffed out. It's just in the lid, And I've got this brush that is like beat to hell. Like, what has happened to this brush? This is an It brush from Ulta. Soft Touch Blush. I don't use it for blush, I use it for powder. And I just swirl it around and then go through and lightly tap it in. Whenever I was younger, I definitely used to use like a ton of pressed powder. So it's been like quite the pleasure as I've gotten older for the trend to be like dewy skin, you know, and people want to highlight their skin to the point where it looks like it's wet. And I'm like, my skin is wet, honey, don't even worry about it. If you have any recommendations, please let me know. I would love a new loose powder that's pretty light coverage, but that lasts a little bit longer. Next up is highlighter. So for the highlighter, I like to use the Glossier Haloscope. This is another one that I thought that I had a new one that I could open up like a fresh, clean one for this video, but alas, it is crusty. I use the Haloscope in the shade Quartz. I used to take this and just like rub it directly on my skin, but I think that that made me break out a little bit. So I just take it and like rub my finger on it, and then I just put it on a few spots. I like the end of my nose. I'll do a little on my Cupid's bow. This is another thing that I really like to go easy on because throughout the day my skin just naturally looks dewy. So I don't want to over highlight myself. Otherwise I would just look like a frying pan that you just cooked some bacon in. So I have a few products that I'll talk about, but while I'm getting ready, I have the Glossier. Also, this is not affiliated with Glossier in any way. I wish, but I just really like Glossier products. So I'm using the Glossier Ultra Lip, and this is the shade Villa. Just put a little bit of that on. It's not too much, but this is a really good shade that is like a nice Your Lips But Better shade, you know? So it's not that noticeable, but it's nice. So I will just put a little bit of that on while I'm getting ready, and then I have a couple other lip products that I'll talk about at the end that I use like throughout the day. So the next thing that I like to use is a little eyeliner on my waterline, and this is the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Cottage Cheese, which is disgusting, but it's like this shimmery white liner. It's very common to line the inside of your waterline with like a nude eyeliner or a white eyeliner, and it makes your eyes look bigger. I definitely have watched a lot of people like do their get ready with me routine and they skip that step in the video, and I'm like, I don't know if you're just trying to trick us and make us think that your eyes are naturally like bright white inside, but they're not. So anyway, I really like this one because it's shimmery, and so I don't really use other eyeliner or eyeshadow or anything. Since my routine is so minimal and there's not much going on, I like this because it like catches the light and adds just like a tiny little something like sparkly to my routine. Okay, next step is gonna be eyebrows. And I actually just recently got a new eyebrow product. I decided to finally try the Anastasia Brow, what's it? Anastasia Brow Freeze. I almost said Brow Wiz, but I think that's the little like thing that you use to fill them in. Before I was using this, I would just use Glossier Boy Brow in brown and would just go in with that and kind of go like against the way that the hair grows to kind of like fluff them up a little bit. It does a really good job at like making my brows a little bit darker, and I love the way that it makes them look, but it doesn't really have any hold for me. And again, that might just be like a my skin, my hair kind of a thing, but I wish that this had more hold. So I would find myself doing boy brow and then taking like a little spoolie and putting hairspray on it and then hairspraying my brows in place. So I decided to finally bite the bullet and get the Anastasia Brow Freeze, which is like a very intense brow gel that keeps them in place and makes them look laminated, which I really like. My boyfriend calls this putting my eyebrows up, which, you know, he's not wrong. I tried this out for the first time the other day and actually filmed myself doing like a first impression, but I was like so underwhelmed in the video that I was like, this is terrible. I don't know why I seemed like so underwhelmed, because I really do enjoy the product, but in the video I just was like, I don't know, I think I had tried recording like a couple of things that weekend and nothing was working out. Hence why I skipped uploading a video last week. But anyway, so I'm gonna use it today. So you just get a little bit out and put it on the lid, and then you just want to like work it into your brush. And I'll try to get a little bit closer while I do this. We'll start with the right one. My right brow is my better brow. You know how like your brows and eyelashes, you have one that always behaves better? Comment down below. Let me know which one of your eyebrows is better. So you can see in comparison, it just brushes them up and kind of straightens them, which is pretty much what laminating is, I believe. You can see the difference between the two. And I'm also still getting used to it. Like I'm still trying to decide if I totally love it. I love that it stays in place, but I think I'm just like not used to seeing my brows looking laminated like that and like brushed up. And I also have tried to trim them so they're not like way too long. All right, so brows are done. They're up, they're straight, there they are. One other thing that I'm noticing about this product is that you can sit here and do this shit forever. I could spend 100 hours just putting this stuff in my brows and trying to make them look perfect. All right, so now that my brows are done, last step for me is gonna be my lashes. I have a few products that I like to use. All right, first of all is just this clear, this is Great Lash brand, which if you know Great Lash, you know Great Lash. I go in and out of liking mascara. Like sometimes whenever I see myself with mascara on, I'm like, what the heck is wrong with me? And then other times I'm like, ew, you really need something on your lashes. So two mascaras that I like, shocker, Glossier Lashslick. This is a great one. Also, this waterproof one I've been using is the Maybelline Lash Discovery. I like this Maybelline one because the brush is like so skinny and little, which is nice. And waterproof is good for me because my skin tends to make my mascara not last. But the Lashslick is also really nice and it has a really nice brush. So we'll use Lashslick today. But when I do use it, I will go one direction. Cue, you don't know you're beautiful or whatever. I will go one direction and then I also go the other direction on top of my eyelashes to coat them on both sides. I feel like it's really not giving the full effect of the mascara just because it is pretty dried out, but you can definitely see a difference between the two, I think. I know it's a little dishonest of me for me to say that this is my get ready routine, even though I don't really wear mascara that much, but that's all right. The girlies are just having fun today. Very cute. See, the thing that I really like about this mascara is that it is really natural, and whenever you have like a fresh tube of it, it comes out, it has a really nice consistency and it looks really natural on the lashes. But since this tube is so old, it is like pretty thick and goopy. My all-time favorite lip product is the Fresh Sugar Lip Balms. These are my favorite thing in the entire world, and my favorite shade is Poppy. Okay, if anybody else uses these, you know, this is like the most gorgeous, best formula, super hydrating, smells delicious. Oh, it's just the best. The color does not last that long, so I do have to reapply it a lot, but it's my favorite thing ever. The Poppy shade is like nowhere to be found. So if anyone can find any of these, let me know where you can find them. Whenever I did a Sephora order the other day and got my brow freeze, I also got this Charlotte Tilbury item, and this is the, I think it's called the Hyaluronic Happikiss. And I really, really like this. So I'm gonna use this today. I really like this stuff because the formula is super hydrating and feels really comfortable on your lips. It is, I don't want to say that it's sticky, but you can really feel it on your lips, which I wasn't really expecting. One thing that I love about the Fresh Balms is that you can't really feel them. It just feels like you have on like a super hydrating lip balm. This one does feel hydrating, but you can feel it more on your lips. A very pretty shade. I don't really have the best lips to show off lip products, but I highly recommend this Charlotte Tilbury item. And oh, this is in the shade Pillow Talk, which I know is Charlotte Tilbury's like most popular shade. And I had never tried a Charlotte Tilbury item until this, so I really love this. That's it, friends. That's all that it really is. Not really that much of a difference, I know, but it's a very easy, very quick everyday routine, and most of these are products that I've used for a long time that I swear by. So yeah. Anyway, I hope that y'all enjoyed. I think that it's fun, even if somebody doesn't use a lot. I think that it's fun to learn what people like and what their daily routine looks like. So please give me any recommendations that y'all have below, whether it can be any product, lip product, blush, definitely like a loose powder. I would love a new loose powder recommendation. Y'all let me know what your favorites are, or video recommendations. I love knowing what y'all want to see. I live to serve, so just let me know what you want and I'll start pumping out that content, okay? You're the best. Thank you again for coming back. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.